Welcome, Sutra family. This is your boy Sutra. I'm bringing you something new on my channel. I'm doing a commentary over the Rocket League, RLCS, and the Rival Series. Let's get into week 2. As you can see the standings on the screen, I just want to get into the first match of the day. And the first match of the day was between Vitality and Excel. Niels Cook, Marky Duda, they tried in this game. They actually took a game from Vitality. Vitality ended up winning, 3-1, I believe. And it was such a good matchup early on. But, games 3 and 4 dominated by Vitality. They ended up picking up the win 3-1. I mean, Fairy Peak really didn't even have to do much in this one. From Freaky, Fairy Peak, and Pashy, they did their thing. Game 2, PSG versus Flipside. This was a back and forth match. As you see, a nice shot coming in from Chaussette. This game was back and forth. Flipside was looking for their reverse sweep. PSG shut the door down. Bluey just gained so much respect from his peers. It enabled Mystic to actually come through and just do their thing. I mean, look at this shot by Bluey. I mean, it's just absolutely insane what this man does. He gained so much respect. Mystic was able to step up to the plate. PSG pulled it out 3-2. And, I mean, it was a good matchup as well. Like I said, back and forth at the beginning. But, again, PSG pulled it off late. And it was insane. Let's get into match number 3. Fnatic versus Excel. Fnatic with Snasky and Maestro and what is it, Sicky, I think. These cats reverse sweeped Excel. Excel started off 2-0. 2-0 in the series. Fnatic comes back, reverse sweeps them. Sicky was just out of his mind. Snasky, Maestro. Maestro had like six or 7 goals, maybe 8. I can't really remember. But Maestro and what he was able to do in this matchup, I thought later in the day against Gale Force, they would actually have a chance. Being Gale Force's first match of the season, here in week 2. But this game, Fnatic played well in game 3. Let's get into match number 4. PSG, Vitality. We've seen Vitality beat Excel and Marky Duda and Niels Cook earlier in the day. This match, PSG versus Vitality, it was a good match early on. I mean, it really was. It went 5 games. PSG played Flipside, took them to a game 5. Vitality ended up winning this game in 5 games. Rocket League is so you really can't tell what's going to go on. Vitality pulls it out 3-2. Let's get on to the final match of the day. The final match of the day was Gale Force versus Fnatic. I said earlier that I thought Fnatic would be able to come out, do some things against Gale Force, but the real two-time World Championship winner in Turbo Pulsa, Violent Panda, Gale Force, K-Dop, they ended up pulling this one out 3-1 against Fnatic. I thought they would at least keep it close. The first game, it took a late goal by Gale Force to pull out the win. The second game, Fnatic actually got the win. Game 3 and 4 was dominated by Gale Force Esports. Such a good, I'm excited for this EU bracket. Let's get into the American side now. And here we go. And the American bracket, we start off with Ghost Gaming versus Rogue. This had a lot of backstory to it, with Ghost dropping classics, picking up Matt. Matt from Rogue. Rogue picked up Jacob from NRG. This was just a back and forth with trades and people leaving and players leaving, this and that. Rogue, this was a dominating performance by Rogue. They won 3-1. Every single analyst had Ghost Gaming in the top 4 of their RLCS. they're not showing that talent in playing their matches. I mean, it's insane. Rogue ended up dominating in this one right here. Let's get into match 2. It pitted NRG versus Counter Logic Gaming. Like I said previous, you had Jacob leaving NRG, going over to Rogue. Justin, Garrett G, Fireburner are now the new look NRG. They look pretty much dominant against Counter Logic, Dapper, Miho, Timmy. They win 3-1. You know, Counter Logic's got the worst offense. I think it's either the worst offense or the worst defense in the league. I just don't see. We all know Dapper's 1v1 skill. I just don't know how it translates over to a 3v3 team game. I just don't know. We'll see whenever we get further in the season of the RLCS. NRG picks up the win, 3-1, as you see Garrett G just going off right now. Game 3 pitted Ghost Gaming versus Evil Geniuses. This was another revenge game. You had EG, which picked up Classics, who dropped Classics. So it was the old team versus the new team. This was a 3-0 sweep by Evil Geniuses. It was basically, people are calling it the revenge sweep. I mean, it was absolutely, Classics went off. You know, Corrupted G went off. The passing plays, the 2-man plays was just disgusting. I mean, Classics put this team on their shoulders and said, look, guys, follow me. They pissed me off. It's time to come out with the W. They ended up sweeping Ghost Gaming 3-0. I mean, it was just a dominating show of Rocket League for these gentlemen. Match number 4, CLG versus Rogue. Even though CLG did pick up a match in this, the big story was Miho switching to the Batmobile. Miho, right there, as you can see, he was in the Octane at the very beginning of the match. And he ended up switching over to the Batmobile. This game, it was a really weird game, man. A lot of misses. Jacob still did his thing. He went off for this Rogue team. Sizz did his thing. You know, I'm going to call it the jizzle-sizzle combination. Look at this shot by Jacob right here. That's an off and on. It was disgusting. I mean, you know, this game, there's really not much to say about it, just because of the simple fact of it was a weird game to watch. A lot of misses, a lot of bad communication. Didn't really see a whole lot of double commits by Rogue, even though that was their problem leaving Vegas. All right, the final match of the day, G2, Rizzo, Kronovi, best player in the world, JNaps. They were up against EG. You've seen EG earlier in the game just flat out just dominate their game versus Ghost Gaming. G2 ends up pulling it out with a stunner from Kronovi late. You know, they win 3-2 in a game 5. The thing that stuck out to me in this game was the simple fact that G2 was more of the aggressor with the bumping. You know, being a more physical play in the midfield, being more active around their box. It was such a good game to watch. G2 pulls it off late, as you see at the end with Kronovi. Rizzo did his thing. He wasn't rattled at all. A lot of people say that Rizzo gets rattled. It is what it is. They have the best player in the world. They should be performing like it. Guys, I hope you enjoy the content. Please like and subscribe for more Rocket League content. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.